The following feature presentation is part of the AllForSciFi podcast network.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's a trap! The needs of the many outweigh
The needs of the few.
for the one.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Live long and prosper.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Bye-bye, boys!
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
Goodbye.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that!
I see dead people.
So what?
I'm rude.
You said that.
Why so serious?
I volunteer as tribute.
What I do is not up to you.
Chewie. We're home.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
This is the AllForSciFi podcast network. My name is Eric Walker, and you're joining us on August 31st. It's the last day of August.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, this month has gone really far.
No, it ain't
And sitting behind me is...
Captain Rickster. Hi, everybody out there. How's everybody doing?
Everybody say hi to Captain Rickster. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We have an exciting show today. We're going to talk about The Dark Crystal, which is a brand new Netflix show. It just came out yesterday, so we're going to talk about Dark Crystal, The Age of Resistance, and also the movie Angel Has Fallen, which is kind of a sci-fi, but it's more action, adventure, and fiction and fantasy oriented. So,
Right, but still a good movie.
yes, it was. So we're going to talk about all that, and also we're still buzzing, everybody. We're still buzzing from D23.
Oh, yes.
That
Man,
was
that was exciting.
Oh my goodness, that was really an exciting. Just last weekend was D23, and for everybody that doesn't know what D23 is, it stands for Disney Expo, and it happens every 2 years. Disney throws this big party. It lasts for 3 days, and they make all the major announcements of all the movies that are coming out soon. They also celebrate if they have anniversaries. Like this year is Marvel's 80th anniversary, right?
That's right.
Captain Rickster knows that. It's just it's a big shindig, and we covered it. And we are still working on a lot of the videos that we shot for D23, and in the next couple weeks, you're going to see a lot of videos that we're going to post.
Yes, there was a lot of.
well.
We did a lot of videos there. It was, if you're, hopefully we can give you the experience that you would be there like we were.
Yes.
But it's really better just to be in person to go see it.
Yeah, and while we were there, we were passing out all these. So if you take a look at this, it's our buttons for AllForSciFi. We actually made these for D23,
That's right.
which are really cool. And if you look at right now, we're wearing the new hats.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sporting it. This is our new AllForSciFi.com hats. Captain Rickster has one.
Yep.
We also made shirts, really nice polo shirts as well. And we might put some of that merchandise up on our website, AllForSciFi.com, in the future if anybody wants to get some of the merchandise from us. So we'll try to make that available to everybody.
Yes.
We had some exciting news this week, Captain Rickster.
Oh, yes. What was that?
This week we got 500 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes, that's right. Yes, we did. Oh, that's amazing.
So that was quite. I announced it and I showed everybody our 500 subscriber, and then someone right away subscribed and said I'm 501.
Yeah.
Which was cool. So that was great. Thank you everybody out there. We love you guys.
Oh yes.
Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube, and to subscribe to any of our channels out there. On every platform, every social media platform, we are just simply at AllForSciFi. That is all one word, AllForSciFi. So if you go to YouTube, we're at AllForSciFi. If you go to Facebook, we're at AllForSciFi. Twitter, follow us there. If you want to, bookmark our website, AllForSciFi.com, because we make major announcements of things that are getting ready to happen. In fact, we were one of the first websites that talked about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Yes, we were.
We talked about that weeks ago, long before the announcements. We said it was happening.
That's true.
There was 2 or 3 of them that we scooped. What was the other one?
Oh, hold on. It was a TV show. Which one was it?
No, well,
Black Widow.
Was it Black Widow?
Yeah, Black
Widow.
Widow.
It was the Obi-Wan for sure.
Sure.
There was a couple of them that we did.
Yeah, I think Black Widow was the other one too.
Right. I want to take a quick moment to give a shout out to our sponsor, which is Order 66 Toys.
Oh, yes.
Order 66 Toys is in Allen, Texas. It's a suburb of Dallas, Texas. So if you're ever in the Dallas area, go by there, say hi to Jeff, Josh, Robbie, everybody there at Order 66 Toys. We're very happy that they sponsor our show, AllForSciFi, our podcast, and they were, Captain Rickster, they were the largest all Star Wars toy store in the nation. Did you know that?
Did not know that. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, so they've got everything Star Wars. I don't know if they were the first, but they definitely are the largest all Star Wars toy store. And they're on Facebook, so if you want to look for them, it's Order 66 Toys. Join their link, because every Friday night they have these really super great deals.
Oh, yes, on toys.
Yes, and you'll get addicted to Star Wars collecting. Thanks to them, right?
They have a special guest there, too.
They do. This weekend is also Order 66 Toys' 9th anniversary.
That's right.
So they have Felix Silla there. Felix was one of the Ewoks. He was a hang glider Ewok in Return of the Jedi. He was in Adam's Family. Yep. He was Cousin It. And he's done a lot of stuff. Felix has been around. He was in Buck Rogers. Mm-hmm. Beep, 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 beep. Yep. The robot.
He's the robot.
But Felix is a great person. Felix and I go way back. In fact, the first convention that I ever did, I did it in New York with Felix. It was in Hudson Valley. We got some really interesting stories to tell, like, bearded nuns. You have to ask us. If you see us, ask us what that means. I can't go into too much about what that is now. But Felix, we love you. Everybody that's listening to our show today, Felix is going to be there today. He's at Order 66 Toys right now on Stacy Road in Allen, Texas. He'll be there tomorrow as well. Yep. So stop by and say hi to Felix.
Tell him Eric sent you.
Yeah, you could say Eric says hi if you'd like. Back from a D23, Captain Rickster, I am still on that high from D23.
Who isn't? That was one of the best highs we ever could have.
And let's take a few moments to talk about some of the things that we witnessed there at D23. The biggest thing was Marvel came out and made a lot more announcements.
Yes, they did.
So,
a lot of announcements.
Yeah, so Marvel, when they were there, they were talking about a lot of their Disney Plus stuff. And speaking of Disney Plus, if you look at this right here, look at that. Let me see if I can get it up there. I am part of now, I don't know if you can read it or not, I'm showing a Disney Plus pin, and it says I'm in the Founders Circle. So I am now part of the Founders Circle of Disney Plus, and what that was, I got this pin, but what that really was is they were giving us a deal. So if you attended the D23 convention, you could get 3 years at a really low price. It was like under $4, like $3 and something a month.
Right.
For Disney Plus. So who couldn't beat getting Disney Plus? It's already only $6.99 or $7.99 a month. So
Something like that, yeah.
there we got, because we're part of the Founders Circle, we got this for a little over $3 a month for 3 years. Mm-hmm. Cool. So that was great. We're still talking about D23 and Marvel's announcements, and they talked a lot about Hawkeye.
Yes, they did.
And how Jeremy Renner's back for that. They talked about Loki.
Yep.
Also Marvel's What If, which I'm finding out is a cartoon.
Yeah, it's animated. Couldn't
Right,
believe it.
it's animated. They have the Marvel's Hero Project, Marvel 616, Mrs. Marvel. They also made an announcement about She-Hulk.
Yes, they did.
Which I know Captain Richter's excited about, and they had more announcements about WandaVision. So all these are new shows that are coming to Disney Plus.
Yes, it is.
And we're really, really excited about it. Star Wars, the big Star Wars news was, of course, the big Mandalorian trailer.
That's right.
And the Mandalorian, wow, didn't that look great, that trailer?
It was awesome. Awesome trailer.
And they didn't want the trailer to get upstaged by the stuff that was coming out from The Rise of Skywalker. So at D23, Captain Rickster and I were able to see some Rise of Skywalker footage. But Monday, everybody got it.
That's right, yeah.
So everybody got to look at, they got a first look at The Rise of Skywalker. And that ending blew everybody's mind.
We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
Remember, now that's the second trailer, not the first trailer for a certain Skywalker. The Rise of
It's the
Skywalker.
second one, yeah.
Second one. So
But the ending, did you see that?
Oh, the ending was like, wow, it's crazy.
Everybody, are you ready for Dark Ray?
No, I'm not ready for a Dark Ray.
I think they spilled the beans on that.
they did.
The actual Star Wars website accidentally, in the descriptions, called it Rey's vision. So we know that Rey is not going to go to the dark side.
That's definitely true.
Which is great. We know that Rey is that's a vision she's having.
Right.
And isn't it just like J.J. Abrams to always throw us off?
That's
He
true.
likes to do that. He likes to throw us off and make us think it's something else.
A good cliffhanger.
JJ, you're the classic misdirection king. So I call you the king of misdirection. Okay, so we got The Rise of Skywalker on Monday, and at D23 we got to see it sooner.
Yeah.
They also talked a little bit more about the Cassian Andor series.
Right, they did.
It's now they're calling it the Untitled Rogue One prequel series, I guess.
Right.
And they announced that not just Diego Luna, we knew that, but then now they announced that K2SO is going to be there. Alan Tudyk was there.
Right.
And it's going to go just like we want. So we told everybody that was going to happen. Of course, they confirmed it and had Ewan McGregor come out on stage, and of course he had Kathleen Kennedy make him say, Ewan, are you playing Obi-Wan Kenobi? Yes, I'm playing Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Then everybody erupted in laughter and hand claps and everything else.
It was just great. So, and we got lots of news from Pixar, of course. Pixar announced a bunch of stuff that's coming out. Jeff Goldblum as well. He's got a series coming out.
Out also, yes.
So we got updates on a lot of that, the Pixar stuff. Soul, I think it's Soul something's coming out with on Pixar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff,
yeah.
and
even Disney came out with a bunch of stuff too. They're going to be streamlining too, also for themselves.
Right.
Plus, they also came out with the new stuff they're going to do for the other Disneylands and Disney Worlds around.
Right.
Also, which is really looks nice for the future.
It does. And and that's the other thing. When Kathleen Kennedy was there, she said that Disney Plus is going to be the home to all of Star Wars.
Right.
So I noticed that on the graphic behind her, they didn't, even though it's the home of all of Star Wars, they didn't have Caravan of Courage on there, or Ewoks: A Battle for Endor. So I have shared on my Facebook page and on my Twitter, I want everybody to share that new graphic. I added Caravan of Courage and Ewoks: A Battle for Endor to their graphic. So everybody needs to let them know you want to see those movies on Disney Plus.
Right.
So let's, I don't know why they keep excluding the Ewok movies, but the Ewok movies, they were made by Lucasfilm. So
yeah, that's true.
They're not, I'm not saying anything bad about the holiday special, but that wasn't produced by Lucasfilm. So.
No, it wasn't. It was produced by somebody else.
Yeah, CBS. So everybody out there, let them know that you want to see the Ewok movies added to that timeline. Share that. If anybody knows anybody at Lucasfilm, let them know that that's what we want.
Right.
So, and in some Disney live-action news, they have the Lady and the Tramp live-action coming out.
Even showed the clothes and the doghouse that was there too.
Right, and at D23, which we just attended, they had like Captain Rickster said, they had the clothes, the doghouse, and it's takes place in the 50s, I think 1955, and it stars Tessa Thompson and Justin Theroux.
Right.
And has some other voice talents as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see what else they have. They have Diary of a Female President, which is coming out. It's going to have Gina Rodriguez star in it.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, they have Flora and Ulysses.
Yeah.
It's an animated adaptation of the Newbery Award-winning children's book Flora and Ulysses.
Cool.
Illuminated Adventures. Also, Love Simon series, which is following the deal with 20th Century Fox to bring out that show. Let's see what else. They have The Muppets now.
Yep.
Stargirl, Togo. Just a lot of really great announcements coming out of D23.
Yep. They still got a lot of more live action films coming out too.
They do.
You have Mulan's coming out.
Yes,
Also,
Disney. That's right. The movies.
Besides Lady and the Tramp. And
That's right.
I don't know what else. That's the only one I know right at the moment.
Right. Well, the other thing too, which they made some really, really great announcements on, was they're doing the expansion.
Oh yeah.
The Avengers Campus.
Yeah.
And the Avengers Campus is going to be here in Los Angeles, Hong Kong, Paris.
Yep.
Where else?
It's only 3 places they're going to be at.
Hong Kong, Paris,
and LA.
And LA. Okay. They're not going to have one in Florida?
No.
So they announced that they're going to have the Avengers Campus, so everybody could go there, and we were taking video of that.
Yeah.
They also announced the new Star Wars hotel,
Right.
which is called the Star Cruiser. I forgot the name of it. Maybe someone on Facebook or YouTube will let us know, but that's going to be a great experience.
Yes,
you could go and stay in a hotel that's in space.
Yeah, really.
Can you imagine that?
That'd be fun.
So that's going to be awesome. If you guys are claustrophobic or anything like that, I wouldn't recommend it. If you guys get
really.
motion sickness, it might not be good for some people. But that's great. We get to go to a hotel that it's going to simulate this Star Cruiser is going to be in space. And I took video of it, and we'll put that on the AllForSciFi YouTube page, everybody. But I took video of it because they showed the ship, the Star Cruiser, which is a hotel,
right.
and next to it they showed the Millennium Falcon. and the Millennium Falcon looked like it was a little bird.
Yeah,
it looked
really.
so small next to this hotel. It was
Compared to it.
compared to it. So I took a lot of video of it, and we'll add that to our YouTube page. Yeah, I'm still buzzing about D23. That was so exciting.
It was the best I've ever been to one, to a good convention like that.
It was just marvelous. We were just talking about D23, and we're still buzzing from the great experience we had there.
Oh, most definitely, yes.
We're real excited about all the stuff that's coming out of that, including the Star Wars hotel. That's going to be unbelievable that we get to go and be in space and not have to spend $250,000 to do it on the Virgin Airlines thing,
really,
right?
Yeah.
So us poor humans here could go to space now. Simulated space,
right,
that is.
Simulated. There's a lot of cosplay there, too. A lot of people dressed
D23 had some of the best cosplay, and we're going to do a video just on the cosplay.
We have a lot of video of that, too.
And that was great as well.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of interesting costumes out there. People that dressed themselves up, especially a family you interviewed.
We interviewed quite a few people.
Yeah.
We're going to have some great videos coming up. So I keep saying that. And start looking next week. We'll start adding some over the next couple of weeks. We'll get them all up there for you guys.
Yep.
The big thing we're here to talk about today, everybody, is Dark Crystal, the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance.
Right.
Angel Has Fallen. We went and saw that movie, which is the sequel, the third in the series of movies. They had London Has Fallen, and what was the other one before that? Olympus Has Fallen, yeah. So we went and saw those two movies. So let's go ahead and start getting into that.
Yes.
Okay, so the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance came online yesterday on Netflix.
Pete, all Thra is a risk race. The darkening corrupts everything it touches.
I saw Dark Crystal in the same theater that I watched Star Wars and Raiders of the Lost Ark and E.T. I just remember it being quite an overwhelming experience. Another one of those movies where you come out of the cinema slightly changed.
It's such an incredibly all-encompassing, vivid world on a level with Middle-earth or Pandora or Westeros.
Dark Crystal does mean a lot to so many people. It is a rare film that has an entirely original fantasy world. That's one of the reasons we wanted to go back there. The series is a prequel. It starts in the time when the Gelfling had a rich and prosperous civilization.
All hail the Lords of the Crystal! All hail the Skeksis!
We're meeting these characters right at the peak of the Skeksis' power. They look up to the Skeksis. The Skeksis are these benevolent leaders. They are the lords of the crystal. And our show is the moment that the Gelflings start to say, maybe they aren't so great.
Brienne is the son of the captain of the guard. He witnesses something horrific.
The Skeksis are the real traitors. They lied to us about everything.
He basically has to go on this kind of quest to set things right and make everyone aware of what's really going on.
Brienne has escaped with proof of our dark deeds. Bring him and the treasure he stole from us back to the castle.
I was taken aback. I was just sideswiped by the scale and majesty and artistry of it. I think you'll get a sense of that. You'll get a sense of a big, eclectic world.
Our world is dying. We all have a part to play in restoring the balance and defeating the Skeksis.
What fans of the Dark Crystal want is they want an odyssey, they want a saga, they want something to enrich the universe of the original film, and that's what this series does. You could put them side by side and it is the same world, but there's just so much more of it to explore.
And I gotta give Netflix a big thumbs up. They're really kicking butt. Probably because they're scared about all this Disney stuff that's coming down the pipe.
Right.
And everything being pulled off of it. But it was really, really nice to see Jim Henson's original creation, The Dark Crystal. It was really wonderful to see his company back, his vision, and I liked it overall. The problem I had is there was no humans in it.
That's true.
That was my problem with it.
All of the puppets.
There was nothing but puppets. There wasn't, you didn't have David David Bowie's in something else.
He's in Leviathan.
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth, that's right. Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Well,
Leviathan.
don't know everything, you know, but
He's in Leviathan.
It's at least it started with an L.
Yeah, right. You crack me up, Captain Rickster, every day.
I try to.
Like Winnetka instead of Winnetka. And Sepulveda instead of Sepulveda. and Van Noose instead of Van Nuys. But that's okay. We love you, Captain Rickster.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, that was my problem with the Dark Crystal, and it kind of made me go to sleep. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think I think children would love the Dark Crystal.
Right, yes.
I think that, it's okay to, except for near the end, the last couple episodes, for younger, and this is for you, Virginia, the last couple episodes, some of the content was a little bit difficult. I wouldn't want a younger kid watching it, like near the end when they were fighting.
Yes, true.
And that was the more exciting stuff was near the end.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, what upset me was it was well made. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to watch 10 hours of Muppets.
Yeah, really.
So that's my big problem with it. That bored me.
Mm-hmm.
Although it did get better near the end. So the Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance, I'm gonna give it, because of the puppet work and the special effects, I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars.
Yeah, I will too, because I fell asleep through it also.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't watch it. If it wasn't for Jim Henson, I wouldn't watch it.
That's true.
It just bored me, guys. Sorry. I know it's not the popular opinion for everybody, and I noticed people on Facebook are blowing up about how great this was. And maybe the nostalgia factor, that might be the reason why you guys like it so much. In the original one, they wasn't 100% puppets.
No, it had humans in that one.
So I can't remember who was in it. Was that Jennifer Connelly who was in it?
I think so.
Or was she in Labyrinth again? I get the two confused. They're very similar movies.
Don't remember.
And maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe the Dark Crystal didn't have. The Dark Crystal did have people in it then, though, didn't it?
I do believe they did. It's been
Okay.
a while since I've seen the movie itself, but I believe it is. And I think the movie is a lot better than the TV show. Sorry.
The movie was a lot better than this television show.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
And I'm going to give it 3.5 stars because I think you should watch a couple episodes. If you have children, maybe it's good for them, except for very younger children. Don't let them watch the last couple episodes.
Right.
Just giving you guys a warning now.
Mm-hmm.
But there you go. So I think it's worth at least looking at, but only if you have nothing better else to do.
Really.
And it's great to see Jim Henson's legacy still alive. That I like.
That's true, yes.
Okay. You have anything else you want to say about the Dark Crystal?
Yeah, there's no Miss Piggy in there, sorry.
That's why I didn't like it.
That's right, because Kermit wasn't in there doing his normal thing.
Yeah, that's why. If it was the real Muppets.
Yeah. It would have been perfect.
Okay, going into Angel Has Fallen.
Oh, that's a better movie.
Which
better than TV show.
I'm so close. If it wasn't predictable, I would give it 5 stars. Angel Has Fallen is really a good movie. The acting is top notch. The action is great. I didn't find myself falling asleep during that movie.
That's true.
I think everybody should go see it.
Most definitely.
And that has Gerard. Is it Gerard Butler?
Gerard Butler's in that one, and so is
the lady from Coyote Ugly.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Jeez, can't think of her name at the moment.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a good movie.
I know Will Smith's wife's in it.
And also, Will Smith's wife.
Who plays the president?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, yeah.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman's great.
Yeah, that guy's 82 years old, and he's still making movies.
He's still making movies, and he was great. He was great in that movie as well. Do you think there'd be a sequel to this, or?
I don't know. I know there's. I don't think I knew Nick another trilogy of this one or not, because I know there's 3 more books out there. But
okay,
who knows?
So this is based on books, then?
Look, based off the books, but I don't really know if they're going to do a 3rd one or not. I mean, a 4th one or not. It left it for an opening for a 4th, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, it's Piper Perabo is her name. Piper. Yeah.
Piper,
yeah. She was great in it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a pretty woman. Don't tell my wife I said that.
I won't.
So Gerard Butler played Mike Manning. Of course, Morgan Freeman was the president, and Nick Nolte played Gerard Butler's father. And I love Nick Nolte.
Yep.
He's great. It was great to see him back.
You must really like fishing, Mr. President.
cold out here.
Sorry. Not anything to get out of DC for a while. Mike, I'm selecting you for Secret Service Director. Congratulations.
I'll give him my best shot, sir.
Banding's on his way.
What is that? Are they bats?
The drones! The drones! Don't move! Don't move! I'm coming to you! They're coming at you, Mark! Get him in the water! Get him! Go! So, I got you. Going under. Dive deep.
There's been an assassination attempt on the president.
Mike Banning, you're being charged with the attempted murder of the President of the United States.
The president's top guardian angel has fallen.
Can't you see that I'm being set up?
You have a collect call from
Mike.
Body's cold, time is frozen.
We've been getting death threats.
There's somebody else behind us. It wasn't me. The president's not safe. They're gonna try and finish the job. And I'm not gonna stop until I prove who did this. I love you.
How did you find me?
I want security for the president. How do you think, Dad? I need your help. We gotta get out of here.
I ain't going nowhere.
You can't hide from us, Banning. Don't worry about finding me. I'll find you. Listen to me. We're gonna make a move. Now people are gonna fall. But not you.
Who was his best friend? Butler's friend when they were doing the fighting action. You know, going through the maze, shooting up everybody.
His colleague.
Who was the character's name?
I'm trying to remember the character's name. I know who played the actor that played that was Danny Hudson.
Okay, that's who I wanted to know who it was.
Yeah.
Okay, he did a really good job in that movie.
No, he did a great job too. Yeah. We're starting to see him out in movies more, and I like him.
Right. Yes.
I think he's a great actor. So it's nice to see him in some more stuff.
Don't get me wrong, Butler's good too. He's been in all 3 movies, so.
Right. No, he has, and you know, it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Very good movie. Yeah.
I will give on our rating scale. We have 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars means I think there's only one movie this year that's gotten 5 stars, and
so far.
that was Avengers Endgame got 5 stars from us. So we're not just giving everybody 5 stars, everybody.
No,
So we go 0 to 5 stars, and if it's 3 or below, you don't have to go. So save your money, wait and see it. And when we're reviewing stuff on Netflix or television, just don't watch it if it's 3 or below. So
yes.
That phrase doesn't work with that.
No.
So, Angel Has Fallen. I'm going to give it 4.5 stars.
I'm gonna go a little higher.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 4.75 because simple fact is
there you go.
Action.
Okay.
And that thing is good, especially those drones, which is really interesting. They do
the technology.
Image blowing people up on the images.
That was the kind of science fiction part of the movie.
That's
was the drones.
True, yeah, with the drones.
Okay, 4.7 stars for Captain Rickster. I'm giving Angel Has Fallen 4.5 stars. I would have given that movie 5 stars. I'll tell you why I didn't give it, and I briefly mentioned that already. It's because it was too predictable. I kind of knew what was going to happen.
Well, to an actor, yes, they would know that. But the most common person.
There you go. Right.
Like me, I would not know that. You know, really, if you look at the common person. I tried to get someone else to think about that too, but he never see it hit that way.
Okay.
Not you though. I'm talking about somebody else.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Virginia, going back to Facebook Live, Virginia just said Eric would only give me 2.5 stars. Virginia,
Come on, Virginia.
Stop that. I would give you 5 stars because of how wonderful you are. In fact, I've said this, and I think Virginia needs to be made an admin of AllForSciFi because she really helps us out a lot, guys.
She does.
Because we're, you know, we mess up a lot, but
no kidding.
We're here though for your entertainment. And
Yeah,
messing
that's
up.
definitely true to make people laugh.
Yeah, and Bob Otting just said Nick Nolte's voice sounds horrible. Yeah, his voice does sound horrible.
Well, you gotta remember he's getting old too.
He's up there, and all those years of drugs. Come on, Bob.
Really, he was speaking slow, so he didn't have.
How old is Nick Nolte?
He's gotta be somewhere in his 80s, close to 80s.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's up there for sure.
Yeah.
If anybody knows how old Nick is, tell us. But Angel Has Fallen gets 4.5 stars from me, 4.75 stars. I am looking forward to it if they do those extra books. I hope they do.
I do too.
That would be great.
They left it at the cliffhanger, so we'll see what happens.
Well, yeah, who doesn't want to make a sequel?
That's true.
Right.
But just have to wait and see, because it's actually, excellent. I can't really say much more because it's just excellent.
It was. And Jada Pinkett Smith was great.
Yeah,
Hey, Will,
Will
Smith, your wife was good.
Yeah, she did a great job in that movie.
Yeah, she did. She did a good job.
She kind of scared me, but she was doing pretty good. I liked it.
Well, she scares me in that Gotham series. She's in
true, yeah.
that Fox series Gotham. I'm scared. She didn't scare me in this. She did a good job. She played the FBI agent.
Yep. She did her job on that one.
And Mike's former Ranger teammate, his name is Wade Jennings.
Yeah, Wade Jennings
in the movie. Yeah, and that was played by Danny Hudson.
Right.
So yeah,
good actor. Good actor.
He was. The whole cast.
The whole cast was great.
Even the baby was good.
Yeah, really. Right on cue.
I'm telling you guys, this baby in the movie was crying on cue. It was like and it was so real the way the baby is acting was. I felt like crying too. I felt like it was really in there.
Especially when it was calling for daddy.
That baby had. If she's he or was it a he or she? I can't.
She.
It was a she.
Female.
It was a daughter.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell. It was very young. But you're right. I do remember now him saying it was his daughter. So that's how we knew. But she has a great career. I wonder if you think that was her daughter, Piper's daughter.
Could have been.
Wonder.
Kind of looked like her.
I wonder. Okay. Virginia and Bob both say Nick Nolte's 78 years old.
Okay.
Thank you for letting us know, guys.
So you got to remember, he's up there in age, so, at that age,
I'm surprised he has any voice at all.
That's true.
All those years of drugs.
Drugs and alcohol he did.
Yeah. So it's been the last 2 weeks have been really exciting. Here at All4Sci-Fi. We've just had a lot of great adventures. We got a lot of work to do, guys, to get those videos out to you from Disney, D23 Disney, the Disney Expo show. So, again, that will be coming. We'll have 1 or 2 videos next week, and give me 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll have all the videos out. We also are working on some other videos concerning Galaxy's Edge.
Right.
We've spent a lot of time at Disneyland going to Galaxy's Edge. I don't know if anybody out here has been to Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. It's they call it the Black Spire Outpost, and it's on the planet of Batuu.
Right.
And I've decided, and I mentioned this in the last podcast, that Mace did live.
Right.
He did not die, but it took him over 30 years to get off that forsaken planet.
Yeah, really, huh?
The forest moon of Endor, and he's on Batuu now. So every once in a while, go see Mace. That's where he ended up. And thank you, Virginia. Virginia has just posted the All4Sci-Fi link on Facebook. So everybody who's watching this show, click the link down here that Virginia gave us, and please go to All4Sci-Fi and click like. That way, because in the future, we're not going to be on my private channel. We're only going to be on the Facebook channel and the YouTube channel in the future.
As long as we got all the kinks fixed out.
Correct.
First.
Yeah, well, we're working on that.
Though, yeah,
and we're sporting the new hats for everybody that's coming online late.
Really.
These are the new All4Sci-Fi hats. So we got some great merchandise, and we have these pins too. So we'll start. I think we're going to do some giveaways.
Yes.
We're going to do some contests and some giveaways as well for viewers. So the All4Sci-Fi pin, we have the hats, and we have shirts. So we're going to start giving those away to some of the viewers. Maybe we could do some sort of questions and trivia. Also, maybe just draw names of people to that watch our show a lot, like Virginia or Bob or anybody else, Dante, people at Papa Chunk, whoever's watching our show a lot.
Right.
That way, you all get a chance to have some great merchandise. So, yeah, this is a great show. We've had a great time. The last couple weeks have been very exciting. We got some great stuff coming up. Next month, we have Ad Astra, which I just learned. You know, everybody's probably wondering, what is Ad Astra? Is it some ad for some television show?
Yeah, really, yeah.
You know, Ad Astra? No. Ad Astra, I found out, is Latin for to the stars. So that makes sense. It's about the stars and Brad Pitt and his father going to the stars. And so Ad Astra is actually the Latin word for to the stars. So I learned something new. So we got Ad Astra coming out. We got Terminator Dark Fate, which just posted a new trailer. It looks cool.
Yes, they did.
And we have Gemini Man and just a lot of stuff coming out. So it's got some exciting stuff coming out here in the next few months. So everybody make sure you join us. Captain Rickster has been a little bit slow to the draw, but we want him to do his. Captain Rickster is the comic book guru. He knows everything about comic books. And he has a show called Comic Mania, which we're hoping we will get to come out next month.
Yeah.
So you guys make sure you tune into that. It's going to be a show that's all about comic books, and that's going to be pretty cool. We also this is a brand new announcement. We're going to have a spin-off show called All For Movies.
Yes.
And it's basically we're going to do a review of just all movies.
Yes.
That way we're not limited. So on if we have 2 or 3 weeks where we don't have anything for sci-fi, we'll be jumping over to the All For Movies podcast. That way we could do something every week.
Right.
And that's going to be all4movies.net is going to be the website. So please go to YouTube and join AllForSciFi on YouTube. Please subscribe. It's on YouTube, it's AllForSciFi, one word. So youtube.com/AllForSciFi. On Facebook, we're at AllForSciFi again. Virginia posted links for both YouTube and Facebook on there, so please click those. That way you guys get notified when we go live.
We're also on Twitter, too.
Yeah, we're on Twitter as well. Everything's just the same call sign, All4Sci-Fi. And if you want to drop us a note, make a comment about what you think of our show, if you have any suggestions as well, you want to tell us that we suck, you could go ahead and go to our official website, which is all4sci-fi.com. All one word, all4sci-fi.com. Go all one word, click the contact page, and then you could drop a note to us. Say hi.
Yeah, really.
And if you have any suggestions as well, we might, who knows, we might do them on a future show.
That's right.
But I'm your host, Eric Walker. Thank you for joining us. And that is behind me,
Captain Rickster. Have a good afternoon or night.
Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. It is Labor Day weekend.
That's
everybody stay safe. If you're gonna drink, please, if you're gonna drink, Uber. Call an Uber. There's no excuse for a $10,000 ticket or killing somebody. There's just no excuse.
On that part.
Yeah, so everybody take care. God bless. All the music on today's episode was composed and written by Eric Walker. To learn more about Eric's music, please visit ericwalkermusic.com.